Hello all. Further to our AutoPro 2.0, we are happy to share another significant update from AutoFusa. So, we recently introduced AutoPro 3.0. So, basically the automotive development happening in a distributed development scenario where, we have a product owner. They may be item developer or maybe the chief developer. Let's assume that AutoFusa providing the tool AutoPro, which is installed in their server, and they can provide the access privilege with their Tier 1 supplier or Tier 2 supplier, or even external consultant or auditor team, and so on. So here, the complete access privilege and control, it's with the product owner. So, in this way of approach, the significant, the advantage here is a uniform process being followed across all the stakeholders, where the product owner, no need to spend their, time with their supplier or consultant to explain the process or what they are looking for and so on. So, the process flow is a self-explanatory things where all the stakeholders who can easily follow the respective process and ensure that the functional safety being met at all the levels, right? So, this is how it works. Coming to the AutoPro 2.0, as most of you aware that, which is basically bringing the complete ISO 26262 standard in a diagrammatic model, and which clearly defining the process steps for each and every activity. And this is also helping to generate the safety case documentation automatically. In addition, it also provides the documents and its link to the process. And also it indicates the visual status indicators in terms of, for example, this is in progress or maybe a draft available, or it may be a baseline document. What is exactly the status of the document, those related aspects? So, apart from all these features, now, in addition to that, the AutoPro 3.0, which brings the additional features of project-specific tailoring and project-specific responsibility management, which clearly indicate the author, reviewer, and auditor who is responsible for what. And then, now it is also allowing the user to provide their template in which the report would be generated, and then the complete workflow management and email notification to the concerned stakeholders that is again possible. So, in addition, the on-screen display, right? At any point in time, you can just by one click, you can open the overall report and you can see the current status and related the percentage completion status also been given. And from there, you can also generate the overall report, right? In addition, now we also introduce the auditor involvement, and their comments and their reports also can be integrated together in the overall workflow management, right? So here from the tool-wise, we are giving a different privileges. Super admin, basically AutoFusa, where we take care of the license control, flow assignment, and the preview. Whereas the power user, other than license control, everything else the power user can do at here, power user, nothing but the safety manager or project manager in general. And then coming to the sub-user can preview and attach the link, and also the status update can be done. Auditor, who can also do the preview, and he can also view the internal remarks and auditor remarks, and he can also upload the auditor report, right? So, like that the access privileges are being given, and coming to the user access. So here, in order to demonstrate this complete the flow management, I'm going to do the role of either project manager or safety manager. I'm the power user here. And probably like Punitha going to be an author for any one example work product, and VJ Raj going to be a reviewer for the same work product, and also I will be doing the auditor role in the other way. So, like that, the demonstration we are going to have now, okay? So now, I'm directly jumping into the tool. So just a minute, I'm sharing my screen. Yeah. I hope you can see my screen now. For example, so I'm looking at this as the one. So first of all, as I'm the power user, I need to look at who are the sub-user. So this many sub-users are already added into this. So now, what I'm supposed to do is I need to assign the flow to the respective sub-users. So, for example, Punitha, Vijay, and Siva, and if at all anybody else, we can add it here, okay? So, the meaning is this team member can access the flow at this point in time, okay? Fine. So, this is the first step. Now, these three members are being added in that. Now, for example, let me go inside first the process flow, right? So, if you look at the process flow, the complete ISO 26262, we put it in a diagrammatic format, like part-wise, like part 2, part 8, part 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something like that. So now, you can also see the work product status we describe in such a way that if it is a red, it is in progress. It is a draft available and review, and then this is the baseline indication, right? So now, when I go inside, you can see that the inputs required for item definition. And it also says you can also link your template, checklist, guideline, whatever it is required for, right? And you can access that from here itself, correct? And then we also give the different stakeholders who's supposed to do what, and then what type of review to be performed. And then after the configuration management, it will go get into the output, okay? Now, for example, after having the input, you may need to go inside and look at what ISO 26262 requirements must be fulfilled here, right? So that requirement need to be fulfilled here. Once this is done, and then that item definition will be released out of this, okay? For example, now, as I'm the safety manager, I can look at here that it is applying, nothing been filled because we did not start the project yet. So, it would be looks like this, right? And similarly, from the reviewer point of view, this is how it looks like now, okay? Fine. So, you can see even similar, the HARA process. So, the HARA process we explained in a way that what are the steps need to be followed in order to do that, okay? Now, what I'm going to do here is okay, so this is just an example. Now, let me get into the safety plan. First, I need to give the project a name. So, let's say the project name is maybe Electronic Steering Lock System, all right? And then, and I can say this is maybe the safety case, okay? Submit. So, the moment you put it like that, so these names are fixed in all your generated reports and so on. Now, I have to add the users. First, let me say, Punitha. I'm adding the user and, also VJ. Also, yeah. So, the users are added now. Once the users are added, then you can get into the DIA. So, this basically extracted from the flow itself. Whatever the flow just before I showed you. From there, it extract all the work product list, whatever required for, and automatically, displaying here. For example, let's take item definition. So, when I say item definition here, I'm saying, who is responsible here? For example, AutoFusa, and I'm giving the due date, probably on 14th. And so here I can select Punitha as author, and I can also select VJ, maybe the verification reviewer. And also I can also add me as an auditor, for example. So I'm just assigning this. So let's say, for example, the HARE may not be applicable for this project. So I can say not applicable, right? So now, what happens is, the moment I submit, I update. So everybody will receive the email notification who are the stakeholders here about their activity, okay? What has been, created here. So once this is done, as a power user, I can also go here and look at the display. Now, you can see item definition, author Punitha, and there is no link attached here, and VJ is the reviewer, and you can see all other information now, right? And also, I can see the view progress based on the different phase of the activity, and accordingly, based on the number of completion, it will also showcase, right? So, this is how it looks like. Now, I would like to hand over this session where Punitha will share the screen and will explain that. Yeah. So, as you know, Punitha is the author now, so she will be sharing the screen now. Yes, Punitha. So, you can see here, Punitha received an email that you have been assigned as an author for the updated item definition document, right? So, item definition, she is the author, and you can also see the due date also. It is appearing for her now, okay? So, yeah, please go to the, flow. Yes. So, the first set, you can see she has only the preview button. There is no other features at this point, so now she's going inside. Yeah, go to the item definition. So, click that. So, the moment, wait for a minute. So, the moment you get into that, you can see by default, automatically her name and the due date are coming from the DIA. So, if you remember, as a power user, I have entered this data in the DIA template. So, automatically, which is bringing who is responsible here and the author name and the due date, right? Yes, please, go ahead. So, first she will be selecting in progress because the in progress means she's informing that she started working. So, this indication will come to the safety manager that Punitha is started working on this particular documentation. Okay? Now, again, after that documentation is ready, then what she will be also doing is she will be again modifying, and then she will be bringing the link here, the file path and the file name, and then the version, and she will be also changing the status to draft, right? And once the draft available, she will be also selecting the reviewer, okay? So, from the drop-down, and then she will be submitting. The moment she submit, reviewer will get the notification that this particular task is assigned to VJ, okay? So, now, what happens is the next step, VJ will log in and share the screen. Yeah, please, VJ, you can share. So, now you can see VJ got the notification that this particular the item definition, the review been assigned here. So, this is the first mail and the latest mail, which says ESL, that the particular file name and the version number, which is coming for the review, right? So, now can you open the flow quickly? Yeah. Now, he is the reviewer, who can go inside, and he's also having the similar privilege that only the preview. So now, he can also see that the status, what is given by the author. Now, what he will be doing is first, he will be entering here, and then first he will be, maybe just an example purpose, you can give the responsibility, and then he can select the status, maybe under review. So, this is the first status where he will be selecting that, and submitting it. So, the moment he doing it, then it will become a blue color, which indicates that the review, this is under review, right? And then again, once the review completed, all the review points are being updated in the review report, then again he will be, going back and then changing the status and linking the document, the review report, right? Right? And then give the file name review report, and then the version number, yeah, something like that. And then make it review completed. So then, once the review completed, either he can say not accepted or accepted, right? Let's assume that first it is not accepted, okay? So, the moment he says not accepted and submitted, so this not accepted information will be passed on to the author, and author will get to know that, so the review is review completed, but it is not accepted. That means there are some review comments need to be updated in the original document. So, now what happens is the author will go back and do the same thing and then resubmit, right? So, then what happens is again the reviewer will get the notification, and now reviewer will make it as accepted. That may be the final iteration, right? So, now what happens is, yeah, he can change the status into accepted state. Modify and select accepted, and then submit. So, the moment submitted, then if you, author, will get the notification that the review been completed or accepted. So then, now, author will log in and make this file status. right? So, author, can you please log in and showcase and update the status as baseline, correct? So, author is getting the latest email, which is first it was showing not accepted, and later, she got acceptance from the reviewer. So, once this is accepted, then she will log in there and then she will be updating the status that it's baseline, okay? So, you can assign you can assign the multiple reviewer here. Basically, you can make it a confirmation review or maybe the verification review, right? So, now it is baseline and submitted, right? So, this is how the entire, the process flow, workflow, and email management have been done, okay? So, now, the power user, I'm just sharing my screen. Just give me a moment. Yeah, you can able to see my screen. Now, as a power user, or maybe the safety manager, I can able to go here and I can open this. Now, you can see that item definition, Punitha, and the version and baseline, and the reviewer name and accepted this information, correct? So, now what happens is, now I can, so once it is baseline, you can also see in progress that this particular one is completed. So, out of 4, 1 is completed, something like that, correct? So, that you can able to see from here, correct? And then, another interesting thing is, for example, I can go inside. So, after looking at this, I can also put my comment here like by modify and say, maybe, let's say, approved from my side, okay? And then the moment I submit, you can see that it is being submitted. And now, what I can do is, I can also go here and look at the display report. You can also see my internal comment that it is approved, right? So, then you can see all these things, here. And now, for example, let's say there is an auditor who is doing the independent audit over here. So I'm just logging in. So now you can see this. This is basically a auditor login. So now you can see that for auditor having preview and report upload option. So wherein, so you can see that auditor can go here and then he can also see the same status. And he can also see that internal remarks, what has been given. Now, he can also say either accepted or not accepted, something like that from his point of view, and then submit it, okay? So, this is done by him. And then, he can also go here and upload the document. For example, I'm just taking just a plain document here to say just something has been done. And the report, uploaded successfully. Okay, so this is from the auditor login. Now, I'm getting into the safety manager login. So you can see here, the auditor remarks accepted. So the entire, the flow, which you can able to see here, and you can export the report from here. So you can see that the report exported where you can open in Excel format. So that is possible. In addition, if you want it in a specific format of export, you can do Word document or whatever it is, and this is auditor report. Whatever he uploaded, that report been generated. So, in a Word document. So, that you can able to open it, right? So, this is all about the overall, the flow management. As you know that we have not only the functional safety processes, we also have functional safety ASPIS integrated process. Also, ISO 21434 cybersecurity process. In addition, we also have a semiconductor process flow and ASPIS alone. So, like that, there are various process models are being developed, and it is available to ready to use. Okay? So, thank you for your attention. This is a very quick overview and explaining the new additional features what are being added in the AutoPro 3.0. So, once again, thank you very much. If at all any queries, please reach us. Thank you.